guys, this is your old pal John Hart, and let's paint something wonderful today. Hey guys, what are we doing today? My last sitting, I painted this guy, did an underpainting, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect it to this. So this guy, let's see if I can get this to go right. So this guy is going to be attached here. I kind of like the background of this, but I wasn't going to do anything with it, but I'm going to do something with it now because I kind of want this to look less flat. And to do that, I'm just going to try and maybe paint some light beams coming up behind him. And I think I just want to use like a light yellow. So I think all I need to do is I'm going to hop right in it. I'm going to get some of this matte medium. So that's matte medium, it's not white. And some yellow. Is this a transparent yellow? It is. It's called Hansa Yellow. So I'll get some of this transparent yellow and probably some white. Get in there. Get some white in there. And some of this yellow green, which I used last time for the background. So, I didn't want that much, but that's what happens. So I think what I'm gonna do is just get a little bit of this matte medium on the canvas. It'll keep the canvas, even though this canvas isn't a real canvas, it's a piece of board, but I'm calling it my canvas. But I just want some of this this slow drying matte medium on here. That'll just help keep things just a little bit wet, a little bit longer, and thin out the paint I put on there. So I want a lot more of this, and I'm gonna try and be really judicious about how much color I want to put on, because I'm unsure of how thick I need to add this in. So I'm just going to try just a little bit of this yellow and kind of go like that. That's kind of what I was thinking about there. It's coming out a little lighter, and I'll put just a dot of white in there too. So let's go like that. Okay, that's good. You see how that's coming together? Some more yellow here. I think that is about as good as it's gonna get, but I'm gonna keep going a little more because I kind of want these to be a little lighter, like the beams. I think you can see that pretty well here. Let me get a bigger brush. Here's a bigger, fatter brush, and it's dry too, so I think I can just blend this in with the yellow and the white, and it looks, and I'm gonna kind of go wiggly here. I'll give it kind of a more, I don't know, organic look. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I think that's, and like this stuff right here is going to be covered by that guy anyway, so I'm just kind of want to indicate where these guys are coming out here. So this almost looks to me something, I don't know, like it makes it seem like something holy or important is there. Get this nice and blended, nice. I think that's good enough. Let me see. Yeah, most of it's covered anyway. But yeah, it looks like the baby Jesus is born. I mean, all these things I paint, I grew up Catholic, and we had paintings everywhere. We're all about iconography, but I always go back to them somehow because it's like how the baby Jesus was born, so whatever. So anyway, so yeah, I think, you know what, that's good enough. It has just that little bit of burst that says, hey, this is something really special in this robot's hands. So put you down here to dry and get on this guy. I think I'm going to make him maybe a pink robot. Not so much red, but more pink. So maybe a pinkish purplish. So I'm going to get rid of this palette. I won't need it now. I'll get another paper plate and get the, let me hang this guy back up first. I'm thinking I need to paint the edges of that first. So I'm making that decision right now. The decision is, yes, this is going to be pink and the edges are going to be this Quinacridone Magenta. And you know what? I'm going to put a little bit of this Quinacridone Violet in there too. It's just a little darker. And I just kind of like having the edges dark. So I'm going to do it this way. And hopefully we can do this really quick. Play that Benny Hill music or whatever we're listening to make this more bearable. I like painting the edges because I'm assuming the edges are going to be darker anyway, so it'll lead the eye naturally to the end. And if for some reason on the painting there's like a big light spot, I'll just change that manually. But I'm pretty much right on with painting the edges, the color, the dark color, or whatever the main color is going to be. And I need a rag here because I'm spilling over a little bit, which is fine, but I don't have anything in there that's going to keep it from drying very quick. So that's good. And I think I'm going to do the same thing on here I did with the green piece, is to put some matte medium on there to keep it wetter, and then put a really light coat of the pink on there to give it its kind of, let it know what color it's going to be. You got to tell these paintings what they're going to be. You can't let them run amok with themselves. You got to take some control. So there, little robot. And that looks good. I'm kind of rubbing this color onto the underpainting. That's kind of getting the vibe I want. Well, getting a start to the color vibe. Or the color base. I guess that's what it is. Yeah. I keep going back to this pink, and it's always, in my mind, it's always a lot more vibrant, and it's a lot more, I can't think of the right word, like, it's a lot more girly pink than I wind up with, and I kind of want to get that girly pink vibe sometimes. I don't know if I want to get it with him, but maybe. We'll see. I need a little more paint here because I'm... Boop. That's nice, and the edges are soaking this up pretty good. Yeah, I kind of want to get this out of the way in the beginning because you see how sloppy I am on here. If you do that after you kind of finish the front, it's kind of messy. So now It seems messy now, and it is pretty damn messy because I'm kind of a slob, but it's easier to fix at this point. Okay. Here we go. Here. Look at that. It's got a whole layer of that pink on there now, but I want it to be more of this this fluorescent pink. So I'm just trying to, I'm already getting sloppy, but that's okay. I just want to kind of to understand where the darks are. So that's good enough. That's a messy brush. I need some white on here too. I don't have any white on this palette yet. And I don't have this stuff, the medium. So I'm gonna take a little smaller brush here. Now I just want to try a thin layer of the white where I know it's going to be lighter. I kind of redrew this after I cut it because his head, I want the smile to come down more like this. Okay. All right, we'll figure that out. It's not a big deal now. Okay, so I just kind of want to get the edges nice and dark. Forgot where the darks are. And I'm being really generous with this matte medium to keep it nice and wet, and hopefully I can get at least one layer of this dark on everything quick enough so that I can go back and blend it in before it dries. Oh, not really. Okay, I'm just gonna mix in this this pink. I love this pink. And I think I'm just gonna go back and forth with the light and the dark and the mid-tones. That's already taken on some kind of cool looking kind of character there. I think this painting already has character. I don't know why, not because it's a robot, but because it's handling. You know, I don't need to, I'm focusing on the smile. I don't need to do that. I just need to focus on the lights and darks now. Lights in the middle. Darks on the edge. And underneath. I feel like I need a smaller brush. Not too small. Here. This one seems nice. And I'm just putting the whites where I perceive the light is hitting it. So kind of making it up a little bit, but that's okay. And I know last episode I started to talk about putting a paddle in this area, but I never did. So I kind of do want to address that, and I hopefully won't forget about it again. Maybe not a panel, maybe, I don't know, what would look good on the robot's chest? Like a TV set? I remember one Christmas, I got this like robot, and it was such a big deal. I was like 6 or something, but it was like one of those I think it actually had a 9-volt battery, and it would kind of roll around on the floor, and it had this like video screen, which wasn't really a video. It was like a rolling, translucent film or something, but it was like the coolest thing I ever got up to that point. And part of me thinks it broke shortly after Christmas, because I don't remember playing with it much. I remember the getting it part, not so much the playing with it part. So it must have been one of those things that I broke, because I broke a lot of stuff in my day. Man, when I was a kid, like everything my parents got me, I would break it right away, man. I was kind of a Wreck-It Ralph there, or whatever you called him back then. He's looking good. I like what's going on there. Let me see if I can get that same kind of thing here. So it's that base color, that nice base color, that pink base color. Let me put some white in it, because that's where the sun is. Where the sun's shining. And I feel like I need to really define where his neck is connecting to this guy. I feel like that's kind of right there. And I don't think I really attached this evenly, but that's okay. I don't know why I used just a totally different dark color, but it's not working. That'll work. All right, something's going wrong here. Okay, I'll leave it like that, come back to it later. All right, that'll be his chest. Unless he's not a he. He seems like a he, though. Okay, that looks nice. Okay. It looks like there's a bit of a ridge there, and I don't want that. There's a little ridge there. I'm going to soften that up. That's good. That looks good. I feel like I do want something there, though, so I'll just make some sort of access panel, since you are a robot. And robot doors aren't always, access panels aren't always have 90-degree corners, so that seems access panel-y. And I think I can make this believable with just a little bit of some light coming off the edges there and down here. Not quite there yet. And let's say there's some sort of, how would you get in? Just a keyhole, I guess. Yeah, so he's got a keyhole. Nah, that looks dumb. That looks dumb. That looks dumb. I'm not going to figure that one out yet. So I just want this crack in the door to be a little darker, so I'm using some of this purple. And it's so wet. Yeah, I feel like this needs a knob. I'll make you this. this knob or like a hole or something. I don't know what I'm doing. It's something now, I don't know what it is. I'll come back to it. That's what I'm gonna do all episode. I'm gonna start something, not know how to fish it, and then say, I'll come back to it, and then I'll forget about it. So all these things will be maybe non-complete, but they will probably be complete at some point. All right, let me get some of this pink on the shoes. I like how the shoes take up so much of this painting, but I don't know how much they're saying in the whole thing. I think they're kind of important, but I can't articulate why. Let me think about that. Why are these big feet, or these big sticky out feet, important? What are they saying? They're saying he's being comfortable. Maybe that's it. Let me get some dark. I'm just making these creases in his shoe. And I feel like the shoes are going to be really important to put details on, so I feel like when you put details in kind of a prominent place on your painting, people will sometimes zoom in on that part and say, oh wow, this whole painting is so detailed. But if you step back, it's just like that little spot that you're forcing them to zoom in on. So I see that too. I pay attention to what people say when they're looking at my art, or any art actually, what they're noticing. That's kind of, let's show where these arms are actually going here. So I just want to get the outlines. It's coming together. Get the darks in there. Get the darks in here. I feel like this leg goes there. Let's see, I haven't. And this leg goes down there. Okay, that's makes me happy. I don't think this is gonna be pink, but I'm throwing pink in there anyway. I want that can to be, I kind of want that can to be yellow. I like the yellow coming out of that back part, so that there's a connection somehow. I know I can define this a little better here. I know that middle thing is going down there. And this is the top of his bottom part. I don't know how to define the anatomy of a robot. So this part, it's like your hip part, the part that connects to your robot legs. Okay, he's coming together. how he's coming. I feel like I'm just doing the darks and the lights. I really like how he's coming out. Get a little bit of more of that pink up there. That's a pretty pink. Look at me getting loosey-goosey, and it's coming out really nice. Alright, now I think I'm good to try and define where his smile is. I think, oh, he was here before, but I want him to come down like. Yeah, it looks a little clunky. Clunky. That's not right. There's something bad. Let's try this again. So, yeah, it's a big dumb smile. I'm okay with that one. That's a big dumb smile. Happy with that. Let me get some dark in his eyes. I was thinking about making his eyes a little bigger, but let's see. Let me just take some baby steps. He's kind of got a nice expression here. Yeah, I kind of like that. He's got a kind of a nice vibe there. We'll stick with that. He's got the bottom of that there. And let me work my way down. Maybe I can do it that way, because this is mostly done. I just want a little white reflection under the eye, because the thickness of his metal skin is catching the light coming down. And let's just go a little bit more of this up here. That's kind of nice. A little more of this here. Okay, that's starting to look better here. I'm getting a little loosey-goosey and it's starting to add up. I think sometimes when you just start adding those wiggly lines, it's I don't know, it adds movement or something in the brush stroke. I'm not quite sure, but I'm happy with what happens. I want to be pretty dark here. It's kind of cool. Now if I can just get that down here, I'll be happy. All right. I'm kind of getting some of that detail-y stuff in right now, and it just makes a difference. Because I think with these uber bold lines, these uber bright lines, you're zooming in on that and say, why is that reflecting off that shoe? So let me get this guy figured out before he gets lost, this little puppy dog. This puppy dog in I don't know, it's like in a can. So So the can is in front of the leg here. So the side of the can is here. Here's where the can ends here. So now it looks like the leg's going behind the can, so that's good. And we'll put some darkness in the can. I think I want to make the can orange or something, but right now it's pink, just like the robot. That's too much. Okay. Oh, that's starting to look like something. Maybe that's looking like a different material on his chest. Who knows? I think I'm going to do that everywhere. Just get those brush strokes in there. Oops, that was too much, but whatever. Because the layers of paint, the more layers you get, it gets more in-depth, because a lot of what we're still seeing everywhere is that brown layer underneath. I just kind of glazed over it with some different pinks and reds. So I kind of want to address, there's some undefined areas here, and I think if I can just make that look like it's part of the shoe, we're good. Yep, it looks like it's part of the shoe, and the same over here. No, that looks like more his torso. Alright. I feel like I should move on to this puppy dog in the can. Because that's what it turned out to be, is a puppy dog in the can. I remember doing that last episode and discovering the puppy dog. So I want a yellow puppy dog. There's some yellow here from before, but I'm seeing some areas. This is the background. I know I'm not going to cut this out, so I'm just going to make it nice and dark, so hopefully no one notices that it's a space that ought to be cut out. Same thing here. And I'll make it dark here. This will just be something in the background that hopefully people will not pay attention to because it's not that important. And this is going to be dark too here because less light is getting to it because it's behind him kind of, or below him, and that way I can make the puppy right here. Let's see, so I want to use, I'll try this Venetian red. I don't think I want that. What's this? No, that transparent red iron oxide, that'll be fine. So here I just I see the underpainting, it's kind of a little covered, but I just kind of want to define where the lights are here, right? And where the darks are. So I'm just going to use white and this dark brown color to define those two things. And actually I'm going to just jump right into these yellows because that's the color of this guy. Yeah, he's like a yellow dog, the glowing dog, but I don't want to lose where his eyes are because they seem very important. Because that's how I discovered this before. I got the eyes down and then all of a sudden I saw the whole thing. And those eyes are right. Okay, I'm working with this little brush. And it's coming out good. I'm just doing little strokes and I'm just painting over the underpainting. I want this nose to be pretty dark too, just like the eyes. get more yellow because we know this is a yellow dog. Unless he's not a yellow dog, but he is so far. And it's kind of little. I don't know if you guys can really see what I'm doing here, but I'm really happy. So many times I feel like, oh my God, how am I going to make this happen? And I guess it's partially instinct takes over. Like, this is coming together better than I thought it would. I'm just using these kind of blotchy little strokes of color and white, and it's coming out really good. Oh. And I think I might stop on the face right about there. Get some more big yellow in there. I always say I'm gonna stop there, then I just continue painting. So I think what I'm gonna do is get his body. So his body is down there too. And this connects up here. And basically I'm just doing dark areas with this dark red color, and I'm gonna paint some lighter stuff over it and very yellow stuff too. This is a pretty color. This is called Hansa Yellow, and I'm very happy to have it. And it's a little doggy in a can. And get some more yellow there. That was a big schmutz. But that's good. We all want him to be yellow. He's a little too bright there. Watch me. I'm gonna put some dark here. Gonna tone him down on that side and under his head, right there. So you see a little bit of the light coming from there, but not all at the bottom. And I'm gonna make you dark here, so we know that this part of the body is under the head. All right, he looks pretty good. I'm okay with him. I'm gonna put him in a darker can, the inside. So, in the past, when I've done like things in cans, because that's the thing I do put things in cans, they're always a tuna fish can. So let's see. Let's make you a green tuna fish. So I think a tuna fish looks like that. Or it's cat food, whatever this is. But what would a little puppy be doing in a cat food can? This looks, you know where I got this this from? Or maybe I didn't, maybe I made it up, but this came from Wallace and Gromit. I feel like this is packaging on all their stuff from their series. Just a simple shape. I need a little something darker in the green department here. Come on, buddy, come on. That's enough. That's pretty good. I need this darker here where his legs are. So that's darker there. And I need to make the can a different color. I'm gonna make the can like blue or something. Let me get a little dark blue on here. That's purple. All right, purple then. Since I don't have blue, or I don't want to reach for blue. I think I'm gonna have to reach for blue. I don't know if this purple will suffice. This purple will suffice. If only I can get these together. Right. Now I need more purple in here to blend with the white. I should have chose this purple before I painted the fish. Now I'm painting around it. But whatever. Well, this... Actually, I kind of like it. I kind of like it, so you guys can go jump in a lake. See what I care. Or you can, you know, my dad used to say, he would say, go shit in your hat. You can go shit in your hat. Yeah. Go shit in your hat, dude. Yeah. No, that was like his when he got frustrated with stuff, he'd be like, oh, go shit in your hat. And Dad did get frustrated. He certainly did. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm not gonna overthink it. Oh, maybe I'll overthink it just a little more. Then I won't overthink it anymore. All right, we got him there. Let me work a little bit more on his feet. I feel like I need some sort of texture on there, and I'm thinking, do I have anything I can, like a weird brush? There's some, oh, you know what I saw? I saw a funny palette knife. No, this has like a, this has like ridges on it. Let's see if I can do something with that. Let's see if I can do something with that. So whatever I do, I feel like I need to make a real thin coat, so I'm kind of covering it in this this medium. Okay. No. Wait, let's be patient. Let's see what happens here. Here, let's get a lot of this see-through stuff on here, so it's nice and thick. And I'm kind of scraping it off. That actually looks okay. It kind of is going to the layer below where it was kind of more yellowy. So let's see. I got the wrong color on there, but here. Same thing. But I guess I got more white on this one, where on here I got like no white. I'm like really winging it here, guys. I'm scraping away. I don't think it's exactly what I'm looking for, but we'll see what we can get. It's a little too thick, a little too white. a little too white. I'm just trying to get this worn out kind of organic feel, and I'm kind of almost getting it. I think it might be more believable if I keep them in there like this and then go back over and really go back over and show where those grooves are. So there's the groove. There's the groove of the shoe. We shall see. Yeah, it's just to add more character. Another layer. Let me see. I'm happy with that. Let me get these kind of arms a little bit better defined. And the same thing I've been doing the whole night. I'm gonna do dark around the edges and light in the middle. White, 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 white. And now I'm gonna get this pinky in there because I love this pink. I love this pink. Aerosmith has a good song called Pink. I won't sing it. You wouldn't want me to sing it. I wouldn't want me to sing it. Yes, thank you.
For not singing.
Thanks for not singing. I think I'm a good singer. I just don't know how. I just never learned how to sing. I feel like back in grammar school, back in St. Raymond's, we had a music teacher called Sister Jean. She was mean. But whatever, she was a music teacher, and she actually made learning fun when she wasn't being mean. But I thought I could sing back then, but that was about the last time I ever tried. So I'll have to hop in on one of my wife's gigs one time and sing some Parvarati or something, or whatever she's playing that night. Parvarati? I know him. All right. Okay, let me kind of mush this white in a little bit. Too much. I don't feel like I'm very chatty today. I guess I'll get over that. Okay. Kind of want to be done, but I think I need just a little bit of white here to let everyone know this is the top of his bottom torso thing. That's good. And let me look at it together. Let me do it this way. Okay, I'm gonna try to not put it right against it because I think there's still a lot of wet stuff around the edges, but yeah, that'll do. And it does, I can see kind of the beams coming out a little bit, so that makes me happy. Guess what? I think we're done enough for now. That's a good line. I'm never gonna say I'm done. I'm gonna be done enough for now. So this will be my little robot guy. And I'm really happy with the puppy dog. I should draw more puppy dogs in my paintings. So today we put a little color on this guy, and he's nice and pink, and he's got his beautiful golden dog in the tuna fish can. I'm gonna put you away And I am out of here. And if you guys, you're creative, you want to paint something, just do it. Do something wonderful today.